The Hare and the Tortoise. Harry Hare loved running more than anything in the world. Every morning he woke up and went for a run. Then he ran to work, ran around all day. Harry, you are early, and ran home. He was fattest hare around, maybe the fattest hare in history. Harry, you are amazing. Harry was sure of it. Well, I do a lot of training. Tom Tortoise works with Harry all day long. He heard Harry boasting. He didn't think Harry was so special. I beat my own record. Harry was always laughing at him. Take your time, Tommy. I'll just run on the spot until you're ready. One morning, Harry was feeling very pleased with himself. He ran to work in record time. I really need some extra heavy shoes to slow me down. I must be the fattest creature in the world, he boasted. Let's have a race to prove it. Come on, who wants to race? Harry couldn't believe it when Tom Tortoise plodded over. I'll race you, Harry, he said quietly. Tom is slow coach. Are you serious? Asked Harry. You wouldn't even get started. Oh no, that's a good one. I mean it, said Tom. Let's have a race next Saturday at 10 o'clock. You choose where to race. Well, we all have a good laugh anyway. For the next few days, the animals talks about nothing else. Has Tom gone crazy? The story was on all the newspaper. It was even on the television. Harry trains extra hard. He woke up early in the mornings. He even running in the evenings too. He knew he would win, but he wanted to win by miles. He chose a good long course for a race. Tom Tortoise didn't seem to be training at all. Perhaps he thought there was no point. Don't you think you should exercise a little? At last, Saturday arrived. All Harry's friends came to watch him race. Tom's friends were there too, but they didn't look quite so happy. It was a beautiful day. Harry saw some television cameras and did a little special run for them. Tom just kept on talking to his friends. Soon it was time for the race to begin. Harry was already at the starting line. Tom slowly ambled over. Come on, Tommy, let's not start late. On your mark, get set, go! Shouted the Emperor. Harry raced off, disappeared almost at once. Everyone laughed as poor Tom plodded over the line. As soon as he was out of sight, Harry stopped beside a tree to rest. Just need to catch my breath. After all his early morning training, Harry was very tired. Nobody was looking. He has plenty of time to sit down for a while. He would still win the race easily. His eyes started closing. Why not have a nap? That would make it even funnier when he's won the race. He sat down in the shade. Soon he was asleep. Meanwhile, Tom Tortoise was slowly making his way along the course. Most of the animals had gone straight to the finish line. Only Tom's friends stayed with him. Nobody saw Harry sleeping under his tree. Hours passed. The sun was setting and the air was cool. Harry woke with a start. Where was he? Suddenly, he remembered the race. He didn't mean to sleep for so long, but he could still beat Tom. Harry felt much better after his nap. He did a few stretches, then raced off. He could see the finish line now. There was a huge crowd, and they were already cheering. At that moment, he saw a small, brown shell shape coming up to the line. Harry felt cold all over. Surely that wasn't Tom. He ran faster than ever before. Yes, he could do it. The cheering grew louder and louder. Look, it's Harry. Whatever happened to him? Harry drove over the line, but he was too late. Well done, Tommy. Tommy's the winner. Tom Tortoise has won. And he didn't even look out of breath. The ugly duckling. I have 6 eggs, said the mother duck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 eggs were smooth and small and white, but the 6th egg was huge. All springs the mother duck sat on her eggs, waiting for them to hatch. She waited and waited and waited, until at last, hooray! One of the eggs would tap tap tap. Hurry, mother ducks, called to the other ducks. Come and see. Tap, tap, tap. My eggs are hatching. One egg shows after another burst opened. Cheep, 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 cheep. Come out, called mother ducks. And the ducklings come tumbling out. They looked all around at the tall grasses and the green leaves. Is everyone here? Asked mother duck. But the big egg still hasn't hatched. Look like a turkey eggs to me, said the old duck. I think you should leave it. I'll just wait a little bit longer, said mother duck. And at last, the gray's eggs burst open. Jeep, jeep, said ducklings looking out. Mother duck gasped. The old duck sputtered. Oh dear, the duckling was very large and very ugly. It is a turkey chicks, said the old duck. Take it swimming, then you'll see. So mother duck took her ducklings down to the pond. One by one, they all jumped in. Splash! The dark water closed over their heads. The next moment, they all popped up again. You can swim? You are not turkey's chick, said the mother duck. You are just a very ugly duckling. Mother duck took her ducklings to the farmyard. The geese laughed at the ugly duckling, and the hens pecked at it. The turkey puffed himself up until he was red in the face. Then he gobbled at it. Gobble, gobble. The farm boy chewed the ugly duckling away. It's out of my way. He flew over the fence and into a bush. Squawk, squawk. Nobody wants me, said the ugly duckling. I'm too ugly. He ran on and on. At last he came to a great swamp where the wild ducks lived. The ugly duckling hid in the swamp all night long. In the morning, the wild ducks looked at him and laughed. You are so ugly, they said. But then, boom, bang! Gunshots flew through the air. The wild ducks took off in flight. A great hunt was going on. Hunting dogs splashed through the swamp. Splash! The ugly duckling hid his head under his wing. At that moment, a fierce dog with a gathering eyes came up to the duckling. You are too ugly to eat. It stuck out its nose and showed its sharp teeth, but it didn't bite. At last, late in the day, the gunshot stopped. The ugly duckling ran out of the swamp as fast as he could. It was so windy. He got blown this way and died. As darkness fell, the ugly duckling reached an old house. He kept inside. Can I stay here? Asked the ugly duckling. Can you lay eggs? Asked a hen. No, said the ugly duckling. Can you purr? Hissed a cat. I don't think so, said the ugly duckling. Then get out, said the cat, sweeping at the duckling with its paw. The ducklings went away to a large lake. He swam and dived every day. Hop away is the ugly duckling. But no animal would talk to him because he was so ugly. The weather grew colder. The leaves turned yellow and brown and dancing in wind. One evening, just as the sun was setting, a flock of birds flew across the sky. The ducklings had never seen anything so beautiful. The birds were shining white with long, smooth necks. They were swans. The weather grew colder and colder. The ugly duckling almost froze in the ice. But when spring came, the ugly duckling was still alive. He lay in the reeds and listened to the birds sing. The ugly duckling raised his wings. They beat the air more strongly than before. He flew and flew until they came to the garden with a pond and 3 gorgeous swans. The swans came closer, flapping their wings. Perhaps they will peck me and bite me, thought the ugly duckling. He bent his head to the water and saw that he was no longer an ugly duckling. He was a swan. The other swans swam around him and stroked him with their beaks. Then a family of ducks came into a garden. They gazed at the swans. Look, a new one's alive, they said, and he is the most beautiful one of all.